Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rytan number RY9055 hex nut. This is a 1/4 black oxide nut. There's a link below this video to a document called Parts List, and that RY9055 hex jam nut is part number 41. Look to the center on the part number 22, which is the motor bracket. You're going to see part number 41. That's going to work in conjunction with part 21, your flathead screw, along with part 44, which is your cutter shaft lock. So if you're trying to replace the bolt, the nut, and the cutter shaft lock, so you can lock the axle through the motor and the cutter so that you can remove the cutter. This would be part of that assembly. Okay, just a black oxide nut. It's going to be 1/4 thread because that's the thread type of the RY part 21, the RY9054. It's going to be 0.158 thick, and its outside dimensions 0.435 across the flats. Okay. Now, a video about a nut. Okay, who cares? Doesn't help. Well, it maybe does. It'll show you what it looks like at the very least, but also I'll be able to talk about Rytan. They are a manufacturer of a relatively petite footprint in the industry when it comes to locksmithing tools. They are a company that I became aware of in probably 1992, perhaps. I had maybe been at a convention or a salesman showed me an RY100, and some years went by before I actually purchased my first of them, and it kind of just gnawed at me. I like being someone who really will enjoy a nice tool to do a job. I finally bought one, and immediately I was impressed with the build quality. After that, having used it, I was incredibly impressed with its ability to duplicate keys. After that, I was outrageously impressed as to how finely I could calibrate when I changed the cutter. It got to a point where I was a little light, perfect, or a little heavy. A little light, a little heavy, back to almost perfect, and then back to a little heavy, almost perfect. And I realized that what I was discovering was the very imperfections in the cutter wheel alone. I could dial that machine in so tightly to get such a perfect cut that I was literally picking up the variation in the original cutter. All cutters are going to have some variation. So I realized it had been an affirmation of years of use of the tool, and then a continuing affirmation of why Rytan is so great. Years later, I had called them to get the possibility of converting a punch machine of theirs from doing standard garden variety key blanks to interchangeable core, small format. The gal that I spoke to on the phone not only possessed an expert level of the subject matter, but could immediately tell me the 7 pieces from memory that I needed to do the conversion, followed that up with an email. That's what you need when you make an investment in high-quality tools. Pretty much every time you order something from Rytan, whether it's a nut or it's a $2,000 key duplicator, you're going to get their current catalog, and that's really great. That's some exciting material to look through when it comes to locksmithing tools. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Rytan products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Rytan RY9055 nut or any other Rytan product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.